governors! It's me, Big B. I'm back. Not wearing black, just wearing blue. Navy blue, as Americans do. Just got off work. Can't keep my phone straight, so you're just gonna have to see me over here in the corner of the screen right here. And all of that will go wasted. Hey, I'm not a wasteful guy, but I can't fix it. So I just got off work, about to hit the gym. It's arm day. My wrist hurts, so like when I do my forearm workouts, it's gonna be really hurting. Like the forearm workouts already hurt my wrist. I know I'm always bitching to y'all about my shoulder, my wrist, my legs, my hamstrings, my fucking this, that, and the other, but I know, they're legit excuses. You're gonna have to deal with them. Happy summer, y'all. I'm so happy it's summer. It's hot. I don't even care. It's hot. I just love this time of year. Got a lot to look forward to. Got a lot of changes happening. Got good feelings about things. Got bad feelings about things. My good feelings are, I'm excited for Florida and Seattle. I know I mention this every vlog. I'm gonna vlog when I'm there. I was just watching the craziest fucking video. I know oh fuck, I can't get this fuck. Ah! 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 Get off of me, you fuck! It's so frustrating when you're like sweaty and you're trying to pull a tight shirt off of you and it's just impossible. You feel like a stuck hog. So you start screeching like a stuck hog. So yeah, I was watching the craziest Alex Jones things. He was talking about, he had this guy on who went by the name The Dark Journalist. And they were talking about some wild fucking shit of like Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev, and they brought a bunch of NASA scientists, NASA who was started by Nazis and Operation Paperclip. Brought a bunch of Nazis over and used all their Nazi science, and the Nazis were in contact with the aliens. Like you'd see all this shit in like Call of Duty Zombies. Like they're not too far stretches of reality. And then like the movies they make, like E.T., they said like Ronald Reagan told Steven Spielberg like this is the real thing, like we know this is real, and then Steven Spielberg was like, thanks for confirming that, I knew that. Like Ronald Reagan knew aliens were real, and he went to Gorbachev, the leader of Russia during the Cold War, and they were about to come together. He asked Gorbachev if he would help him fight the aliens, because they were like in the Apollo missions that they had been followed. Every time they went to the moon, they were followed by aliens. They were followed by something and they didn't know what it was. And that they see aliens that they brought. NASA scientists brought, or like some heads of like the CIA shit came to Ronald Reagan with the NASA scientists, and NASA scientists said, hey, we see alien ships on the rings of Saturn, and also that they named the Death Star in Star Wars. Like all of like the movies and video games, everything, it all has something to do. It's like all has something to do with real life. Like real life is the craziest movie/story ever written. So yeah, the Death Star was named after they got that. There's one of Saturn's moons looks like the Death Star. It's like if I slow down my talking, if I'm not, then my mind just goes blank and flat. What else? See, I stopped. I was like, wait, let me relax. I'm stuttering so much. I'm trying to get it all out. That, I don't know if y'all remember, but a few years ago there was like a giant turd that they were saying was like aliens or some shit, and it actually is aliens, and aliens disguise themselves inside of comets and stuff. And there's also interdimensional aliens, which is one thing that's weird. Like, I don't know if I can trust Alex Jones. He may be controlled opposition. You can't really trust anybody nowadays. It's like he was saying there that the aliens and the tin cans and the he kept saying they're little gray men in tin cans, those aren't real. But at the same time, they're telling us, and they're showing footage of the, like, you can see on the sun, you can see the ships going across. If you look at, like, there's a video. But y'all just need to go look. It's like Alex Jones' it was June 9th broadcast. Just watch the whole thing. Really gets crazy when he brings the dark journalist on. They start talking about all this shit. And I'm going to try to show this to my family and my dad and my brother when I go to Florida. And then part of me just thinks, due to bad trips, that everything is fake. None of this is real. I mean, it isn't. Alex Jones even said himself that this is a simulation, but it's a real simulation. So if that makes sense. But I've had this bad trip where, like, nothing is real. Everybody's kind of watching. I know this sounds self-centered, which is probably why the trip was bad, but everyone is an alien and I'm just being watched. Like, by my cat, my girlfriend, my dogs, my mom, my dad. Everybody's here watching me and I'm just the only test subject. I know, I don't even really believe that myself, but sometimes that, like, feeling hits me again. And I remember, like, when I started thinking like that and I really started submerging myself into that thought process, it seems like everybody starts watching me, everything starts watching me. It's weird. It's bad trip, guys, bad trip. But yeah, I mean, it's all interesting fucking stuff. This is always my shit, like, really interests me so much. I love to talk about this. It's like the shit that you taught, like, when you were kids and you would tell, like, scary stories with your friends late at night on a summer night. Maybe it's just me, but I would always be that, like, the one telling scary stories to my cousins and friends late summer nights, staying up, talking like this shit. And this shit is like the real life stuff. It's not no scary made up story. This is real life shit. Aliens are real. They're here. They've been here. Our government has known about it. Oh yeah, so they brought that scientist to Ronald Reagan. They have like a breakaway civilization plan. Basically, it started off just to be safe, like have a second government in case everything gets nuked. We can have a government and reform afterwards. But that turned into a breakaway civilization, that second government thing they had set up. And now it's like the UFO file is some file, we need to look into it. And also a guy predicted everything that was going to happen, the internet. His name was like Rudolf Steiner. I feel like somehow like aliens tie into the Simpsons, which is so weird. Speaking like the Simpsons, how do they know everything? Like every single thing that happens, it just keeps me in the Simpsons. Like that's so sus. It's not just time travel. I feel like it's like some advanced technology that we just don't know anything about. It's like alien technology. Who fucking knows? The world's getting weird as shit. And it's summertime and I'm here for it. I only have 2 weeks left of this job. I don't know why being summertime just brings me good vibes. Like summer vacation, but you got this weird ass, like, it's like Stranger Things in real life. So yeah, we'll see where the world goes. I have a lot I want to do. I want to go travel places. I want to make money this summer. Like we'll see, guys. I'm gonna grind when I get moved in with my grandparents. I'm gonna have no bills to pay and a lot of free time. So we're gonna see where that takes me. Anyways, guys, stay drug free. I've been drug free. I'm gonna drink in Seattle, but yeah, I'm not smoking. I'm not on shrooms, and I'm speaking this shit. I'm not crazy right now. That's why I say stay drug free. I'm not drug free. I am drug free right now. I haven't smoked weed since my birthday, which 30 days. That was the goal. It's almost here. another thing, I'm sitting here waiting for Amy, so yeah, I'm just thinking. Y'all ever feel like as you go through your life, you kind of like go through a period of time where you feel connected to another period of time? And like you think about that time period a lot, and you just kind of feel the same vibes of that time period. Like a few months ago, I was going through like I felt the vibes of like 2019, and like connected to myself, and I always go look at those pictures and all that. And you know, just certain songs take you back, and just the vibes, right? Well, recently I've been feeling the vibe. I don't know. Like, first of all, tell me if y'all think, am I the only one that does that? You know, like as you go through life, you kind of feel connected. Like every day, I feel connected to a different part of my life. And like right now, I'm feeling connected to like 2010. Like one of my favorite parts of my life, 2010. Summertime, playing Guitar Hero. I feel connected to that right now, and I feel it's fantastic vibes. I love, like, sometimes I'm connected to like bad memories in my life. Not all my memories are good. I really mostly have good memories, but there's just a few time periods where I don't miss them that much. Like 2006, 2005, 2008, 7. I would go back in a heartbeat just to like start there and relive everything else. I would do that. I mean, I would really just say 2006, the main year I don't like in my life. Just I don't remember anything good about that. I don't remember liking anything. I didn't like that year of my life. I was 6, maybe 5, even 2005-ish. Yeah, I don't have any good memories really from there. Amy's here, but do y'all ever just feel like you miss the times, you miss certain times of your life and you reminisce?
Hat.
It's Amy. Say hi, Amy.
Hey, Bubba.
Bubba finally arrived.
And why is it whenever I get old white men, they always say something about me? My last, he called me Christine or something.
All right, Bubba.
And then it was like, yeah, petite girl like you.
You ain't petite.
That's what I was saying. At least my Ubers can hype me up.
So are you complaining or are you happy?
I'm happy.
All right, Bubba.
When he called me petite, I was like, wow, someone thinks I'm skinny.
Last night, y'all should have seen Amy. She was laying in bed. Like a full tick with her stomach out, like, it was like wheezing and couldn't move because she ate. She eats until she can't fucking move or breathe. Just, just stuck on her back with a plump stomach, and I had to rub her stomach like a fucking dog until she could move. And yeah, that's why I say she ain't petite.
But how do I look today, guys? Heat the skin. Skin is probably like 5,000. Glasses probably about like 300K. You know, the wrist, I got that rolling, more like 50K. You know, some light. Pimple right here, probably like shit.
I got the
ain't
pimple
got a price. Ain't got a price.
I got my pimple from Shein.
Fashion Nova. Anyways. Ooh, she ain't got no lashes. Ooh.
Sauerkraut.
This guy, he was telling me about, he literally, I felt so bad. He was like, yeah, I have this blow up pool the size of about my car. He was like, yeah, I just fill it up with some water. If it's too hot, I just go run into Walmart and grab 5 packets of ice and just put it in my thing. And then I was like, he was like, you probably got a big old pool at home though. And I was like, I didn't want to make him feel bad for what he was saying to me. So I was like, oh no, the kids there, I barely go to the pool because of the kids that live around my place. And then he was like, man, I fucking hate kids. I'd drown if I could. I was like, Okay, never mind.
Alright, Bubble. What I was saying, guys, is are y'all ever in a period of time in your life where you just miss the past? I mean, I feel like I'm always in that period of time. It's like times, especially when you miss the past the most, and like, oh, life was so much greater back then. It seems like every time you're in that stage, you're about to go through a stage where it feels like I don't know if like, okay, so you're in a stage in life where you miss a past stage and you're like reminiscing like, oh, life is so much better, life sucks now. It seems like every time you're in that stage, you're about to go through, if not going through, a stage that you're going to miss in the future. Because I'll always reminisce and go back, and I'll see videos of myself being like, oh, I just missed this time period of my life, I wish we could go back, time is so much fun. And I'm reminiscing, looking back, like, oh, right there, I was about to go through one of the best times of my life. Like 2019, I was in like the worst time of my life, and then I went to Seattle, and that's one of my best times of my life. I miss Seattle. I love Seattle. That was one of the greatest 2 years of my life, maybe. I mean, it's right up there. So yeah, and right before that, I was in my lowest. I was like, oh, I just want to go back to 2016, 2018. I wanted to go back wherever. I was not in a time in my life where I was happy where I was at. And then here I am looking back. I'm like, ooh, I wish I could go back right there, because that's where my life's about to go shoot uphill.
You gotta think about the positive now. You're a lot richer.
I'm not looking back right now. I feel like we're about to go through a time in life.
Look at her hair.
We're about to go through a time in life where life gets great. Is it really 3:22?
Oh shit.
Let's go. Alright, people. This is my workout. Let me rate that workout. Scale of 1 to 10.
Mine is as big as yours. Yeah, it is. I'm not even flexing. Just me without flexing. Flex. 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 Flex.
Yeah, we feeling ourselves.
Welcome. Oh, got it. Ew. I watched it. You're lucky I watched it.
Alright, time for me to go shower and head back to work.
Look at my stomach.
Deuces. Alright guys, so I just watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Just gotta say, bad message, bad movie. I mean, the ideas in that movie, not good. Trying to convince you that nothing matters. I mean, if there was a movie to represent my first, like, breakthrough experience, it would be that movie. And my first breakthrough experience sent me on a long path the wrong way. But I guess I had to learn. But yeah, it gave me some bad info. You can't... Basically, yeah. That kind of goes against everything that religion teaches you. And the religion isn't there for no reason. And you can even see in the movie that there's an upside down cross. The whole movie's full of sinful things and ways of thinking. No, I'm not saying everything about it was bad. Like, looking at the positives, good. They mix in a few good things, so you're like, oh, you know, like, it's not clear as day that everything they're feeding you is bullshit. It's literally propaganda bullshit. Yeah. It says in the Bible, you need to make your mother and father proud. Why? Because they are the actual ones who care for you. And when you make them proud, you are doing the right thing in life. The Bible says it. I follow the Bible, and
And a lot of that shit that they preached in that movie is against the Bible. And it was clear when I saw that upside down cross behind the dude in that scene. I'm not saying like everything you see in that movie is like, oh, that's some bullshit. Like, I'm saying they mixed in a lot of some good, some bad, but a lot of bad. Kind of like the overall takeaway from the movie was bad, negative. That nothing matters. It's not a good way to go about looking at life. Trust me. That's what I took away from my first like breakthrough trip. I was like, nothing matters. Nothing's real. Like, none of this matters. Trust me, it does matter. See, I could go do a bunch of fuck shit right now, like party and do a bunch of sinful things and then say, oh, nothing matters, I can do this. Then I wake up with regret and guilt, and all that matters. Everything matters to me. Just trust me, alright? It's hard to explain all this shit, but there's a lot of sinful, like, acting like spanking that dude and that weird ass, like, all the butt plugs and all that. It's just all sinful. The entire movie is sinful. So my review of Everything Everywhere All at Once, I mean, trippy concept, kind of like warped my first bad trip. Not bad trip. I've had a few bad trips, but like this breakthrough trip, that was ultimately a bad thing for me. Well, it wasn't ultimately a bad thing. I don't know what it was yet. That's another thing. Like, you don't really know if something's good or bad. You don't until like later. You don't even know later because that led you to this, and that's gonna lead you to this. You don't know what the end thing is, but you. So I went through all these like. So I took away like nothing matters, religion's not real, God's not real, I am God. That's what came with my first trip. And then I learned the hard way of that brought me to my next breakthrough trip where it was time for me to pay, and it was a trap. And that whole way of thinking is a trap. So yeah, just take my word for it, guys. Things matter. Doing good matters. Do what's easy. Don't do what's easy. Do what's up, you boobs. So today, right now I'm making my protein shake. So I got the bananas in. Fill this up too. And that line right there. Get 2 scoops of this whey protein. Classic chocolate. Well, it's actually chocolate milkshake flavored. 1, 2. All right. Butter and creatine. And 1 scoop creatine. Give me 1 scoop peanut butter. Creamy. It's a pretty big scoop. You know, that scoop varies. Today I wasn't paying attention, got that big. Normally I'd go smaller since I'm cutting. I should lick that off. That's my protein shake. Now just blend it up, drink it. What up, gangsters? I'm at the gym, about to hit back day. Amy hasn't got off work yet, but I'm gonna get a head start because I like to work out longer than her. I'd take my pre-pre. I'm just got a message. Check that in a little bit. That's too much for 1 scoop. Alright, 1
start. I can't take that much powder all at once, so that's as much as I can handle. We're gonna scoop it again after this. It's so sour. But I'm gonna take one more scoop and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Say about that much more is good. I know it's a lot. I'm moving up in my pre-workout tolerance. Let me dump a little bit out. Do that. No, it's back day. It's a long workout day. I need more. Alright. What was it about right? That's a lot. It's like a scoop and a half. It's like a scoop, 1.25 scoops. Here we go. Yeah. What I was gonna say is, one second. Alex Jones was talking about how our government is creating human AI cyborgs, you can call it. And he was talking about how the WEF leader was talking about, or one of them was talking about, like bragging in an interview about how in like some years there's gonna be like unorganic life, as if it's a good thing. And like they're basically like worshiping the AI like a god. They're trying to bring him, embody that god that they worship from another dimension through AI, and use AI to give the god, the demonic entity, the intergalactic cockroaches that they worship, a form in our dimension, which is through AI. And I get to work in my cohort, and Alex Jones also says like they set it up, they talk about it in the news and movies. They like get us used to that, what it is, so we don't just immediately reject it. And yeah, they kind of like foreshadow what they're gonna do through Hollywood movies, things like The Simpsons and all that. I think some alien technology is behind The Simpsons predicting everything. But yeah, so I get to work today, and my coworker's like, check this movie out, you have to see it. It shows me, and it's like introducing the half AI, half human cyborgs, and that's what the movie's about. And I was like, huh, you know, Alex Jones was saying something like that. I'm sure he thinks I'm fucking crazy. Everything this dude tells me, I'm like, Alex Jones is saying the same thing. It's gotten like to a point where even I think I sound crazy, but I'm not joking. I'm serious. Anyways, it's an interesting fact. I'm gonna get my workout in.